Welcome to Sad Boys, a podcast about feelings and other things also. I'm Jarvis.
Oh, I'm Jordan.
You all right?
I don't know what happened there.
It looks like you were exercising a demon.
Something kicked in.
Oh,
there he goes.
Yeah.
I was Jordan and he's ascended.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
Who are you now?
Johnny Smooth.
Oh, yeah, Johnny Smooth.
Well,
I
could
feel
I
like
get
this
away
is
with
like
it?
the one character you play.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah, where you like don't know what's going on,
No,
but you're
he's
cool.
a different guy.
You're cool.
As
Yeah.
I said, I went to heaven and
Right,
not a character.
Yeah, right. Not a character for sure. Yeah.
Come on, man. Oh, I'm old Johnny Smooth. I got to look up improv lessons.
Yeah, cut to you reading the UCB comedy manual.
Chris Gethard's biography.
Yeah, don't read that. That's just going to tell you about his life.
Oh.
It won't really teach you anything about comedy.
Oh, this book's too long.
Yeah, God, I got to put it down. How are you doing? It's been a while since we recorded an episode.
Fucking a one-on-one?
Yeah, one-on-one, it's been an especially long time. And also, we recorded so many episodes around VidCon that we had just weeks and weeks of episodes in the can. Mm-hmm. And so it's been a minute.
Had a little bit of breathing room. And seen Jacob for a hot minute. How you doing? Oh my lord.
Oh,
Jesus.
holy cow! Look at that.
Why? What's up? Why do you know what I hang out?
Yeah. What?
Oh,
Yeah, Jacob was scaled.
Is it one of these little index finger touch? Yeah.
But we're back.
We're back. It's never been more back.
It's the opposite of Jover.
Yeah, it's John.
it's John.
It's absolutely John.
It's Joe Biden.
Obama.
Obama, no thanks.
Well, weird that never kicked in, huh?
I guess.
Said it was like
it's not particularly.
It was like
catchy.
East Canyon. No, you're wasting your time. This is like
I thought you were making a Barbie reference. He's Kenyan.
that same poster
She's
where
Barbie.
it's like,
yeah, he's Kenyan.
This Canyon runs.
Yeah.
The White House.
Whoa.
You know that me and Barack Obama are technically from the same tribal lineage.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Both Luos.
Is that why people compare you to Obama?
Yeah, must be why.
Yeah.
It's like a respectful reference to
And it's
my
not like a
ancestry.
racism thing,
It's
yeah.
not just a mixed guy. People ever make that reference for you?
No,
I mean,
never.
I think I look more like Obama.
You do look more like Obama. I always get Jabuki.
Yeah.
And so that's become like a little meme where sometimes, the extremely talented actor, writer, comedian, musician, Jabuki Young White
Falls to top 2. Second place silver below Jarvis now.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like we had Jabuki and I met because someone asked him on his Instagram stories, why do you look like Jarvis Johnson? And then he said, you guys think all light skins look like. And he was right.
It's the burden of the gifted. What can I say?
That's true.
It's mostly a power, sometimes a curse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes a curse.
It's such a self-report when people just say we look the same.
It's annoying.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say of all our light-skinned friends, of all light-skinned guys we know, pretty far apart, if anything.
Yeah. We've
Most.
definitely got different genres of face.
Different. I'm a Luo of sorts, in fact.
Right, and I'm something.
Some crazy stuff.
I'm like a oh no.
Do you know? I'm an Obama of sorts.
I'm an Obama.
Do you know what your type is?
No.
Your black history?
I only know generic because it's like my family has like came over for slave times.
Oh, what happened?
It was just like a good old time.
Oh, God.
Everybody was hanging out and working for free.
Wow.
They were so excited to work.
And they were
didn't even
learning
ask for money.
essential skills or
Learning
whatever.
essential skills. Yeah.
Who's pushing that? Florida, right?
Pushing it.
Yeah, the new curriculum or whatever.
Oh, like a DeSantis situation.
Chad, legend, of course.
Yeah, Ron DeSanctimonious.
It's sugar, man.
Yeah.
The most embarrassing.
right, and they indicted Ron.
If he did the exact same thing, no one would care. He's so sauceless.
Yeah, he has no sauce, no riz.
He's so profoundly unseasoned. And he's like way younger and at least has his faculties, and he would be destroyed in any one-on-one conversation.
So one thing I have to say, two things I have to say. One, about the slavery thing. Yeah, I mean, like a lot of like Black Americans like don't really know kind of lineage beyond a certain point, because like my grandparents were like my great grandparents were in America, so I don't know basically beyond that point.
Often like no name to track.
And then but just like general West Africa, and then on my white side, who I don't know who my father is, that's canon.
Is it 23andMe as well? You know, West African?
Yes. Yeah. I've used a couple of them, actually. My DNA is all out there for all of the companies to harvest. And then on the white side, and I have never met a white member of my family. I do not know any of them. I only know that I'm half white due to the doing the math of my dark-skinned mother and how I look. I like, X plus Y.
Was that logic?
Yeah. And, but I did learn from 23andMe that there's like British, the other half of me is British. So, I do think we kind of look alike. If you
it comes to make sense culturally, we're one to one.
Yeah, that's true. The other thing I wanted to mention, talking about Unseasoned, I watched They Cloned Tyrone.
Is it good?
It's good. It's a very pretty movie. I thought it was interesting. I love the genre. I love the setting of it. There is a part, without giving any spoilers, there is a part where they're essentially making fun of sauceless white dudes, where two white guys are walking and talking, and they go, so I just roast the chicken, and it's like, and no seasoning or anything. No, it brings out the natural flavors.
Yeah, what's the fucking what was the last movie? Thank You for Calling. Thank you for.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, sorry to bother you. Thank you for your service on the phone. Where David Cross just plays his white voice.
Oh yeah,
genius, great move. I saw that movie with my white mother. Fucking loved it. Yeah. She loves lambasting.
Yeah. Oh, don't say that word. You're not allowed to. The Ritz.
Yeah. Let's just
the saltines.
Put a little, a couple goldfish.
Yeah. Ooh, actually could go for some goldfish.
Still never had them.
Where? Okay, that's a crime.
Isn't that insane?
That is, because
we had them in the office.
I was just about to ask you where you land on. I think you can tell a lot about a person by whether or not they like Cheez-Its or goldfish. And have you had Cheez-Its?
Yes.
How do you feel about them?
I like them just fine. My general, I won't say aversion, that's dramatic. The reason I've never prioritized goldfish is the cheese flavoring just is not generally my choice. Yeah, it's a bit too much.
Goldfish I can eat endlessly because they feel clean, they feel crisp, they feel baked. They are baked. Cheez-Its, I don't know how they make them. Greasy as hell. If I squeeze a handful of Cheez-Its, oil is gonna run down my hand. If I squeeze goldfish, I'm just gonna be destroying the snack that smiles back. And why would somebody do that?
Sure. And it has stinky on the hand. That is my big Doritos. Any kind of cheesy Doritos is a big no-no for me because of how cheesy it is on the finger.
There is something about it, almost feels like a triple word score or like a combo where I'm eating so many Doritos and my hands get caked in so much that it just makes me want to eat more.
It's too late.
And then I get to like suck it off my fingers.
Yeah, say no more.
And I just have like
check out the Patreon, by the way.
So much of the gunk, but it tastes so good and it's so bad for me.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to think of a British crisp. What I grew up with. You ever had a Monster? Some Monsters?
I've had Monster Energy.
Yeah, they have.
I've had Shapes. I've eaten Shapes.
I've had a couple of Shapes.
I've had a couple of Shapes.
And I know that otherwise I wouldn't be authentic.
And then I was just waltzing Matilda all the way over to the milk bar. And I got myself some Shapes.
Check out the previous Patreon episode to understand these reference points. No, there was Monsters. I don't even know how to describe it. I think it's like an onion flavor or whatever.
Onion?
You know? Oh, like what is it? I guess sour cream and onion would be the equivalent.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
But I don't even know if the sour cream is included.
Is this what we're talking about?
Monster Munch. That's the one.
Monster
and Space Raiders as well.
This looks fake as hell, dude. Right? What kind of bizarro
looks
world
like royalty-free version.
Yeah. This is like a GTA 5 snack.
Yeah, like Palz potato chips or something like that.
Could you go to that? Walkers officially confirms Monster Munch are claws, not little monsters.
I thought it was gonna be hands or paws or something.
Monsters are not monsters. They're little claws. I think they should be little monsters.
I think
why
they
not?
should be little monsters, frankly.
Yeah, why not?
There's a
Like, look at
pause.
that. Look, it turns out that there's a controversy. Someone's diagrammed
Okay, what the fuck
big
is
head.
that?
This Monster Munch theory will turn your world and head upside down.
That's an Among Us right there.
That actually is.
Guys, make sure to like the video. We referenced Among Us. You guys fucking love that
Yeah,
shit.
go ahead and do that.
That's so much.
It was a Monster Munch.
But is there like, do you have any snacks like that where like as a youth you weren't necessarily interested in them, and then maybe because when I was back in the UK, I dabbled in some Monster Munch.
Okay.
I dabbled in some alternative Walker's flavors, which is just Lay's. I don't know what.
Oh yeah.
Walkers.
Is it owned by the same company?
It is the same company, same logo.
Oh shit.
It's really fucking
It's a
weird.
regular
TJ Maxx.
DiMaggio.
Oh, Dimaligria.
Delicio.
Delicio. Monsters, Giants. All right, too many denominations of chips. Can I say that much?
There are just in
We've
general.
covered it. How many flavors you? One brand per flavor. There you go.
I today bought. We're adults, right? And we care about adult stuff.
Thank you so much. Jacob, did you hear what Jarvis said about me?
So I bought some sponges today.
Hell yeah.
Because as an adult, you need to clean stuff.
Oh, and the sponges, they can get so nasty if you don't, you know.
And they can get so nasty. So sometimes you got to replace them. So I wanted to buy a Scrub Daddy.
No, not sponsor.
Not sponsored. However, Scrub Daddy.
Fire away.
Fire away.
If whichever shark wants to, whichever one he paid for.
Yeah, one of the
whatever.
most successful Shark Tank products ever, Scrub Daddy. Turns out it's a really good product, and I love it. And so I learned today when they were out of regular Scrub Daddies that there is a whole family of Scrub family products.
Oh, wow.
You've got the Scrub Mommy. This feels like it shouldn't be allowed to say.
Wait, what is it just a cosmetic change?
No, this one, so the Rose Mommy is half and half. It's got ordinary sponge on one half and it's got Scrub Daddy on the other half.
That's actually my lineage.
Dual sided.
I'm half soft sponge.
You're a bit of a Scrub Mommy yourself.
Much like Obama, I'm soft sponge.
Yeah, Obama is from the Scrub Mommy tribe of Kenya.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a West African daddy, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
I have a West African sponge daddy, in fact.
What's the okay?
So
yeah.
this is not a Scrub Daddy. It is a Scrub Daddy branded Sponge Daddy, where it's just a regular sponge with the like bristles on top.
No
but it's like
face.
no face.
That's just a sponge, mate.
Correct.
Does the face have a practical application, or
It does.
Oh.
And I don't remember what it is.
Love.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Your
My God.
utensils.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
It looks like she's eating.
Yeah, it's feet. You can feed Scrub Mommy.
Having a little meal. Love mommy.
But there are benefits to the face, but I do think it's a bit of a marketing thing as well. But it works well. I mean, hey, Scrub Daddy, we're out there. We're cheap.
Sharks, if any of the products, quite frankly, load me up. My Pillow guy would love to work with him
Okay,
in some
you know what I
capacity.
want? This episode is not sponsored, so we can just say whatever we want. I really want now. I was watching a Marquez Brownlee video. Shout out to MKBHD. Have we put the MKBHD episode of Sad Boys on the Patreon yet?
No.
Okay. So how about this? We'll do it for this episode. There's an episode of Sad Boys that was recorded during the pandemic with Marquez Brownlee. We'll have to have him back on at some point in person one day. But I'm a big MKBHD fan. I was watching, he did a recent video about getting solar panels for his house. And he got them a year ago. And so he basically gave like, it's been a year. Here's my
To
review.
fully power his house?
Yeah.
Wow.
$0 power bills.
Yeah, my man makes use a lot of damn electricity.
Yeah, exactly. Turns out what uses the most electricity is your AC. Not rocket science to anybody, but yeah, watching most MKBHD videos, I have to be careful because everything he talks about, I'm like, I need that. And the video was sponsored by 8 Sleep, which is a mattress cover.
A friend of ours has this.
Really? Is it good?
We'd have to ask him. I went round to help him set it up. When he, how much information do I want to give?
Well, real quick, I want to say, so 8 Sleep, not sponsored again. It is a mattress cover that allows you to control the temperature of your bed. And so I need to be cold when I'm sleeping. And so you can change the temperature to like your side of the bed to like 60 degrees, and your partner on the other side of the bed could be at like 72 degrees.
Our friend that has this has the pod mattress up there at the top. I don't know. I guess maybe that's internal to it.
Yeah, maybe
he just moved here, so he needed a whole mattress.
Maybe they sell a mattress on its own.
Yeah. Oh, the pod mattress.
But anyway,
but that does look cool.
I want it. It's expensive as fuck.
Is it loud?
It's $2,000
for the pod,
for the cover, which is like the price of an expensive mattress. The whole mattress is $3,000.
How much is the Pod 3 Max, Jacob?
Pod 3. It sounds like a fucking iPod. Sounds like an Apple product.
Not sponsored, as we said. Is the Cali King the one that's square?
The King. The Cali King is square, yes.
Tread lightly in regards to the King, okay?
Look.
Be careful.
Charles. Chuck.
Chucky Biggles. Wait, is it going to go Philip to... I think Charles maybe doesn't get any of it.
Oh.
I think it goes Philip to Will.
Oh, is it Philip who's the king now?
Yeah, he's the one with the giant hands.
Oh.
He has Monster Munch style hands.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the monarchy. It's a bunch of malarkey, if you ask me.
Frankly.
So anyway, I want the 8 Sleep. So 8 Sleep, if you're watching this, if you send me an 8 Sleep, I will talk about it on this podcast, and I will not charge you.
And we will not talk about it on this episode.
Yeah, we will take it out. We will go to the YouTube editor and cut this shit out.
If they send us 2 8 Sleeps now, we technically will be doing 2 ads for them because we've talked about it now, and we will talk about it.
The value is immense. Yeah. I have a queen, by the way. I have a queen mattress. It's not a king. It's not a Cali King. I'm a modest man. I'm a queen.
I'm a man of the people, salt of the earth queen in my case as well. I was going to get something else, but then I remembered that I'm just a blue collar kind of YouTuber. You know?
I was talking to an interior designer, and she said, do you have a king mattress or a Cali King? And I said, I have a queen. And her response was, a queen?
Yikes.
Okay. like it was like she was disappointed in me. I was like, oh, wow.
My design kind of relies on a king.
So
I have a king size lamp.
So speaking of sleeping, your boy did a sleep study.
Good night.
Speaking of sleeping.
Oh, that's right. They stared at you while you.
Yeah, I will. I don't know if this is a trigger for anybody, but trigger warning: we will show the photos of me wired up to EEGs, EKGs, full like sleep wiring. I think I maybe sent you I sent you an image.
Looks cool. It looks way more severe than there's more to it than I anticipated.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
How's that hardware affecting your sleep?
You would think a lot, right?
Yeah.
Sleeping in a different environment. There are wires head to toe. I'm taped up on my legs. I had sweatpants on, and I got hot in the middle of the night. And so I like slowly, daintily took my sweatpants off while I have all these wires on me. So then there was nothing containing the wires.
Flirtatiously holding them outside the mattress.
Yeah.
Making a comical line of clothes.
And I was so stressed out about not being able to fall asleep because I got in at 10. They're like, show up at 10 p.m. And I did. I was on time. I went to like a hospital building, like a normal medical building, where I felt like I was breaking in because they gave me a code. So I like walked to the big sliding doors of what felt like a vacant hospital. I tap, I go, do, 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 do. The doors open. Now I feel like I'm in like a Half-Life map or something. Yeah.
Welcome, Gordon Freeman.
Yeah. And then I have to go.
Are you EP?
Yeah. Are you EP? Go to floor 2 for the EEP study.
To get a bunch of fucking shit put on your face.
Yeah. I got too much shit on me. It kills. It kills. That's what it felt like. So then I go
You didn't even want to be around anymore?
I didn't want to be around anymore. I went up to floor 2, Did a bunch of forms. Can I just say, I don't know what it's like in the UK, but American healthcare system, I'm doing far too many forms when I go into a place.
So I'm getting a new GP right now.
Yeah.
The forms I fill out when I go to a new GP, they make me fill out when I had a regular GP here. They just do it every time. And then they don't reference it.
Okay. So I'm glad you mentioned this because I've talked about my fatigue before. I've been going to a bunch of different doctors, right? I went to a endocrinologist. We checked my T levels. We checked my like A1C or something like that to make sure I didn't have like diabetes or anything. So everything came back normal on that front. But similar situation. I went in, filled out a bunch of forms, talked to the guy. He's like, okay, it looks like we've got these medications on file. Oh, if you got them on file, why was I fucking writing them down?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What? And then like when I was at the sleep study place, they're like, tonsillectomy. When did you have it done? I don't know. I was 7 years old. I think, or maybe I was 6, or maybe I was 8. I couldn't tell you. Like I couldn't tell you the year. I couldn't tell you the month.
I'm finding out now that happened.
I'm finding out now that I needed to know that information. And then the guy, the tech, I guess, comes out. He, super nice guy, tells me the whole situation with the sleep study, all the things it's going to do. Talks a lot. I'm like, I don't need the whole lesson right now. I want to go to bed. I'm going to need some time to go to bed with all these things, with all the shit on me. And then he wires me up. It takes a very long time. So now it's midnight when I finally get in bed. And they kick me out at 5 a.m.
Oh.
So...
Yeah, I guess it doesn't have to be nice sleep study.
Yeah. So you only need... the way they explained it to me is like, you go through a whole sleep cycle in 2 hours. And all they needed was 1 2-hour cycle. So I'm sitting there like, I need to get to sleep by 3 a.m. or else I've wasted my money. Because I had to pay out of pocket for this because it wasn't covered by my insurance.
That is out of pocket.
Yeah, it was out of pocket indeed. And so I'm just sitting there.
Sorry, it's so funny the shit that just doesn't get covered by legit expensive insurance.
Yeah.
Like going to sleep.
Yeah.
Maslow's hierarchy. Who fucking cares?
Right.
What?
And
your
then,
brain.
And so eventually I did get to sleep like kind of in the 11th hour.
How long did it take?
They said it took me like 2 hours to fall asleep or something. Which meant I fell asleep around 2 a.m. So I got like 3 hours of sleep that day, which was enough to get the information. Turns out I have mild obstructive sleep apnea, which basically just means that I like can't breathe at some points while I'm sleeping because like there's shit in the way.
You got to do that.
And I'm like, kind of feels like maybe some of the shit was the wires, but
yeah, it turns out I'm covered in wires.
Yeah.
That's what's keeping me up at night.
But yeah, I'm a little bit nervous now because the treatment things that they like wrote down, they were like, oh, you can do like a dental thing. You can get like jaw surgery. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
Do they offer the beep, like the machine?
I could, I think, get like a CPAP thing, but I'm also like, I don't want to CPAP like every night of my life. It doesn't seem, I don't know. I would prefer to get, I don't know if I'll qualify for one of these things, but there's like dental things you can get where it's just like a retainer type thing that prevents your jaw from moving in a certain way at night. And then it helps with your sleep. But I also don't know how much it's affecting my life because as I'm interpreting the stuff, I'm like looking at my sleep efficiency. I'm looking at oxygen. They were like measuring oxygen levels and stuff. I need to talk to the doctor, but doctors go on a lot of vacations and that's fine. They deserve it. But it seems like every time I need to go to the doctor, someone's on vacation. My therapist is like, oh, I'm taking off 2 weeks. I'm like, again?
It literally feels like when you go to the bank and they're like, we just aren't open today.
What do you mean?
It's Wednesday at noon.
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah, we're just not doing today. Sorry.
What can we just do shifts where it's like, I'm out. So you've got a substitute teacher or whatever, you know, like, because my endocrinologist or I'm seeing an ENT, like an ear, nose, and throat person, because I had a feeling like I can't breathe through my nose ever. So I'm like, I want to look into that. But I feel like the sleep study stuff is going to play into this as well. And like that person's unavailable for a month. And I'm like, I reached out to my primary care physician and I'm like, hey, can we talk about these sleep study results? And they're like, yeah, but I'm out for the next couple of weeks. Okay. And then they're like, you should try to talk to the sleep study doctor. And then we call the sleep study doctor. I'm out for 2 weeks. Is everybody at like a convention right now? Is it VidCon for doctors?
Summer vacation.
I'm just like, I understand that it's a very stressful job and I'm not the center of the universe, but I feel like, what are the odds that no one can see me right now about my problems?
There has to be a contingency for this.
Yeah. I just want to know, am I killing myself? Like, am I shaving years of my life because I'm not getting enough oxygen while I sleep? And how do I fix it?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I mean, not to be like over, I wouldn't even go into the details because they could be a little heavy, but we've talked about it in the past. My mom got like a very severe, when she finally got her diagnosis, it's a very severe condition.
Yeah.
It would have helped a lot to have known it earlier. We know it because we followed up several times. And they were like, did you look at the brain scan by any chance? Did you like check it out? And they were just like, yeah, we got it. I'm like, no, but did you look? Because here's the issue is that I'm not a doctor, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to, when you show me a brain scan, it could be a walnut. I have like, no, it could be a dog's brain.
You could have showed me a scan of a walnut. Yeah. I'd be like, it looks like a brain to
It
me.
could just be a photo of Pickle Rick.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I get. Is that,
I don't know.
That's the hypothalamus, right?
Right, yeah.
And they're just like, I understand. Yeah, again, sympathy to the position, especially in the
100%.
case of the NHS, where they're even more severely underpaid, and like, especially if you're like a outpatient physician or inpatient physician, I should say, or care worker. But there is as a consequence of that, it's weird to have kind of a poor management and administration for being alive, in the same way that like, if my DoorDash order doesn't turn up, I'm like, well, you know, they're not getting paid enough. It's a fucking nightmare. I'm sure there's extenuating circumstances. Right. I don't want to just report them in a really toxic way. I would like judge them or whatever. Yeah. I'm sure it's not malice.
Yes.
In the same way, I'm just like, if my DoorDash order was like penicillin and I was like dying of an infection, I'd be like, yeah, you should really, this one needs to come to me.
All I'm trying to say is like, I understand the circumstances, but separately, I this is my podcast and I get to complain a little bit. I'm scared. I'm scared and I don't know what to do. And all the people that are the experts that I'm supposed to be able to talk to are unavailable. So I'm just sitting here with a medical report about my like sleep apnea and I don't know how to fix, I don't know what to do about it. I'm looking at the walnut or whatever. And I'm like, I don't, there's nothing I as an individual can do right now about this. Yeah. I need one of you fuckers who's gone. Like he's out of the office.
Most stressful step between knowing nothing and knowing everything.
Yeah.
It's like you're in act 2 where all the action is and all the stress.
I would have preferred them to wait to give me the results until someone was back in the office. Because then I wouldn't be sitting here with information that I can't do anything about.
Sure. You have like 31 years of not knowing the answer. You're a master of not knowing it.
Sure. Yeah. And so that's fun. But all in all,
great to have an answer, or at least a step towards
something. Yeah, but I'm just like, how significant is this? Is this the thing that's contributing? Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Like, that's kind of what I want to know. And then treatment wise, what can I do? Because I'm sleeping through the night. I'm sleeping 8 hours. I got my Pokemon Sleep, not sponsored. And that's,
again, if you're interested,
honestly pretty fun. Again, yeah, if you want to come back, we did a Pokemon Sleep sponsorship for the main channel video that just came out. And it was like the most exciting sponsor I've ever done in my life. You can tell I'm like beaming, like doing the brand deal. I'm like, I'll do an extra 20 seconds. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm just unrelated. I'm sleepy, but I can't find a service that helps me sleep all the way through the night.
Yeah, we just hit 2 million subscribers on the main YouTube channel, which is really exciting for me because I like wasn't ever sure that was going to happen because I kind of had a year of inconsistent.
It was a hot break.
Posting on main, and I was posting on Goal, doing the podcast stuff, but while I was training for Creator Clash, there were no videos, and I wanted to get back to it. And it's like I was talking a lot of talk, at least to my people in my life, and I was like, I want to get back to this eventually. And me
and Jacob didn't believe you. He said bullshit.
Jacob didn't believe me. He doubted me every step of the way.
And then we hired him. It's unrelated.
Because I like to keep my haters close.
Call me Fortnite because my circle's small.
Yeah. It's just my circle's closing in.
Yeah, with this poison.
Keep my enemies closer. It's a 1v1. Me and Jacob battle royale. So, yeah, we did this video that like was a pretty big video for me. And it was a lot of kind of the pieces of main channel videos that I just haven't done in a long time. And it was like cool to like put everything together. Like it's been a very long time since I've like worked on something every single day of a week, or like scripted multiple days in a row, working on the same thing, and also just coordinating. We like, because of the timeline, we ended up working with like a bunch of editors, and because we had Keola working the night shift from Australia. We're like handing off the video to him at night for us, morning for him. And then I was like, on call during the day. And we have a new editor for the main channel who's done the past few main channel videos, Aiden, who I want to bring into the fold more. Extremely talented editor. And yeah, like it came out and seems to be going well. People like it. I got a few texts from friends.
What time is speaking number 2 trending? Yes.
It is on number 2 trending. I got a text from Jacksepticeye this morning and from Curtis saying they enjoyed the video, and that like warmed my heart. I was like, dang, people I know are actually enjoying this. Because
did you respond with like you trended recently?
Yeah, just me flipping them off. Yeah. I, in typical Jarvis fashion, have a lot of problems with the video. It's not perfect. It's not my perfect vision. And I just have to let it go, because we just like, that's always going to be the case. There's always going to be, things that don't make it to time, or like I was like, oh, if I had another week, I would like, it would affect nothing about the performance of the video. Sure. But then there would be a few things where I'm like, oh, I want to fix this joke timing, or I want to do this blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, like, I'm really happy with it. And it's a great, like, kind of first step in trying to make main channel videos more regular. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. And what's the value of perfection if you're still happy with the product, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just a type of self-oppression. Though that does make first steps really hard.
Yeah.
Like, first videos felt way more, I don't know, like there's, or all projects, I guess, always feel as though there is like a perfect version. You have to chip away at the marble, whereas the reality is eventually the stone's just gone, and you have this overproduced kind of often too fast-paced, dense kind of.
Definitely.
That's like how I feel about Nolan movies. The score is going the whole time. Right. I'm like, this has had too much sauce. Yeah. Just slow it down, chill out a little bit, fewer drums.
The funny thing about that sort of marble analogy is that I wrote the script, and then I like recorded all the VO. So I recorded the entire script in VO so that we could start placing B-roll and like start like sort of forming the video. And with the thought that like, if I don't like any of these takes, I can always replace them later. It's easier to do that in VO. And I talked to Eddie about it because he had done a bunch of projects with heavy VO recently and was super helpful. But in the end, I didn't end up replacing very much. And like, so it's so funny that it's like, this was kind of the first draft. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I hit the tone that I wanted to for this like reading. But ultimately, that's like, nothing matters. And everything's fine.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Like, no one has ever, I've never had the experience of someone coming up and being like, I like the videos. I can tell it wasn't quite what you wanted it to be. Yeah, maybe a couple more hours in there. In the
in the lab, a couple more hours in the oven. Real quick, I just wanted to say we just released a Jarvis Johnson Gold inspired Your Premium collection over on jarvis.store. It's a merch drop. We've got a new merch partner. We've been working on it for a very long time, and I'm finally excited for you to see it. We've got sweatshirts, sweatpants. We got shirts, long sleeve shirts, rugby shirts, lots of cool stuff to check out. I can't wait to see people posting photos in it. So head on over to jarvis.store to check that out.
Oh, thank you. In case I forget, by the way, thank you to all the people at the Queef Jerky show last week at time of recording that came up and said that they love Sad Boys and videos and such. Very sweet. That was cute. Somebody made us stickers. Ethan and the lot, they made stickers for it. It's very cute. Oh, real nice. Don't do it again. Stay away.
Yeah, we actually, it's upstairs, but I got something sent to the P.O. box that was also for you. It's like little Sad Boys bracelets.
Oh yeah, like the beaded ones.
Like the beaded ones. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. We can wear them to represent our friendship.
Yeah, it's true.
Give them to the guest,
and they just take it. Yeah. It's how we track them. It's got an AirPod in there, an AirTag in there.
It's loudly beeping.
Yeah, beep beep tracking Jacksepticeye.
It's like 60s technology. It's so obvious.
It's a full bodysuit.
Hey Jack, you like this hoodie? It's a big square on the front of it.
It's this Jacksepticeye tracking device on it.
You know that.
That's just like a joke.
It's like a bit of ribbing,
kind of a bit.
Some British style humor. You wouldn't know.
Speaking of British style humor, there was in the NHS, one of the things that I cut out of the video was all of the bad stand-up comedy that I watched in VR, and one of the dudes would not stop making fat jokes. Wouldn't stop making fat jokes. British guy. And then his whole defense, like somebody was like, dude, you make a lot of fat jokes. And he's like, oh, are you fat? I'm sorry. Like it was like that. And then he's like, I'm just tired of them clogging up our NHS and like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yes, a conservative British man.
Oh yeah, the same kind of guy that then will turn around and say that like socialist healthcare is only benefits the lazy or whatever.
Yeah.
But then also you're getting in the way of it. And also, money doesn't matter, but also I'm rich from being funny.
I included one joke of the same guy going, there's like more snowflakes in America than Antarctica or something like that. It was something weird like that, but no one laughed. And it was very funny to hear him say it on stage and then crickets.
Dude, it's such a... There's all of the like... Wait, was that the British guy?
Yeah.
It's so embarrassing to me when comedians, especially like UK comics, will cosplay American comedy, like talk about American culture and stuff like that.
Right.
It's the same shit that like Steven Crowder does despite being Canadian. Yeah. And he's like, open carry, brother, Second Amendment. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You hunt mooses or whatever. Like, you don't have an amendment. You know any of that shit.
It's funny.
Oh, he talks about free speech, a thing they don't have. It's fine, like to discuss. You know, I'm more American than he is.
Yeah.
Like, come on, brother.
I watched a video. You know what okay, here's a pitch for the Sad Boys Nights that's available exclusively on patreon.com/sadboys for this episode. We can just watch some of the horrible comedy from the Metaverse because it's so bad, but there's so many jokes that I couldn't include in the video.
Is this footage?
Yeah, nice. And it's like I know where everything is because I just sat there in the comedy club watching it, and you know, like there's like a woman heckling and she like will not let somebody tell a joke. She'll just go, "Is this supposed to be funny?" And it's like like you just see me unmute my mic and I go, "Hey, do you want to let him finish the joke or not?" She goes, "Shut the fuck up," or whatever. It's so funny. Oh my god,
roasted online.
Yeah,
that
it's
rules.
Just so good.
How's the latency on that?
It's good.
Okay,
it's good.
It's not like
everything else bad.
Them heckling 5 seconds after would make sense or something.
Yeah, maybe, but it just none of it makes any sense, and it's unclear why so many kids are in there. Oh my god, there's so many. I wonder if I could even show this on the Sad Boys Nights. So many uncouth jokes. Kid comes up and goes, "Want to know what the worst thing is about being black and Jewish?" You do not want to hear the punchline to that joke. It's terrible and it's not funny.
Is the kid black and or Jewish?
Unclear. It's an avatar.
Oh.
Yeah. He's not. You can't wear wear a shirt that says 100% black and Jewish or whatever.
Like a blue check.
Yeah,
a black check.
There was a point where a guy who, you know, gun to my head, I would believe was a black person, said the N-word, and then somebody was like, whoa, racism.
Relax.
Like a 13-year-old kid goes, whoa, you can't say that. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure he can.
brothers, we are all the same here.
And then the British guy who was really upset about not being able to tell his fat jokes and stuff was like, see, he can do that, but I can't tell my jokes. And I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah.
We agree. Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah, it's wild.
Dude,
like
there's such a
unbelievable.
There's so much hack comedy in the UK is like has the high peaks and very low valleys, especially older UK stand-up, the tradition of what stand-up is so much more formula. It's like very 70s, 80s stand-up still, and panel show motivated and stuff.
Yeah.
So improv and like sincere energy is really rare. It's like hard to be a Babiglia, for example.
Right.
But then it's still mean-spirited. So doing heavily rehearsed, optimized, mean-spirited comedy is just so... It's more hack.
Yeah.
Like when Gervais does his dog shit anti-trans stuff.
Yeah.
First of all, genuinely, Ricky Gervais has produced a few of foundational things for me, like biggest influences on my comedy ever. His first 2 specials, in retrospect, you know, little yikesy here and there because of the year. It's like 2002.
Yeah.
But just a lot of the delivery, some of the comedy, it just hit so hard for me. I was like 10 or when I saw them or something.
Right.
And then Extras is my favorite sitcom ever made. The original Office, a lot of sauce to it. Extras just hit different.
Yeah.
And then the Christmas specials for both those. I still cry at the Extras Christmas special. Cry laughing and then cry at the very end emotionally. To see a fall, not just to being... Like Chappelle it clearly still has comedy chops. Like his presentation has something there. He still goes to the cellar and improvises a set that kills, right?
Yeah.
But his becoming hacky and transphobic is like... sad because he used to have insights, right?
Right.
As soon as Gervais decided, like, as soon as his atheism takes became too cold before it was just the general consensus.
Yeah, he was like r/atheism before it was cool.
See that fucking photo of him on the cross with atheist across his chest? Shameful, embarrassing. His new thing being transphobia is so... He's bad at being a bigot. Like, J.K. Rowling, for all the things, is a very efficient bigot. She focuses on it all the time. She's, like, teaming up with a bunch of Nazis. Gervais is just like, he's like, hey, hello, miss, or should I say mister? No.
No.
It's Metaverse tier, I would imagine.
I can't wait. So we will watch that. Because it's one of those things that... I like had a thing in my video where I was like, this is the only joke I can show because like the actual things will get me destroyed on YouTube. Not even a joke. They are so bad. But I guess we can watch them on Patreon.
Are they viable Patreon wise?
We might have to cut some stuff, but we'll at least get your reaction.
Hey, we're little nepotism Patreoners. They can't get rid of us.
They can't get rid of us.
Tell all the secrets.
All this text Jack, and I'll say no.
I'm gonna copy paste the source code.
I'm gonna leak it again.
It'll be like 2015.
The first time.
Now Patreon's like source code famously got leaked in like 2015. And it was like a whole thing.
Dude, shout out to Patreon. I just saw a friend Nikhil who's very, very good.
Oh, where'd you see him?
He crashed with me and then he was here for a night.
Oh, nice.
I think he was coming through town for something, but we just watched a movie and then he had to head out.
Yeah. But, I got a chance to see him. He came and hung out at my old place for like a night once.
Yeah, that was right before I think I came back. Yeah.
Back up, yeah.
While we were hanging out, we talked about Patreon stuff, and I asked like, how many people are there that we knew? You want to guess what number he said?
Well,
of 200, 150, 200 employees? I don't know.
Yeah, are they not at 300 something? Or is it
probably
lower? Yeah. 6.
Yeah. What the fuck?
No, but I think it's just because like I've been there since, you know. And then also, we saw people at VidCon and stuff, but yeah, it's weird. I mean, it makes sense because it's been so many years since we left, but
think back to that.
Normal tech turnover.
It has been as long since we were there now as I worked there.
Yeah.
Longer.
Yeah, I think it's been longer for me.
4 years?
Yeah, I was only there for like 2.5 to 3.
Well, just go back. Let me have a go, please. One go, please.
One more again.
Let me go Slack just for a little bit.
Let me just hop in the Slack.
Can I please post too much stuff in the general Slack?
Can I please? Move to general. Yeah, what a time.
I wonder if anybody has listened to like this show and gotten motivated to try and go into tech stuff.
I still do get those DMs from time to time.
I get DMs asking how to get into coding.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I'm like, no, I just look like an engineer.
So we have some stuff here that I feel like we should get into. And I don't know what any of it means. Yeah, let's jump. I know about the Chinese sun bear. Can we start with that?
What is Chinese sun?
Oh, there's this bear. There's this bear in China that just likes to stand up on its hind legs, and then they had to release a statement that it's not a person in a bear costume.
Oh my god, wait. Did they just zoom? They just zoomed in the bear's ass, first of all. Inappropriate.
Yeah.
Is that to show like the folds are part of a costume or something?
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's just like a guy with like flat ass.
Shit. Yeah, Hank Hill.
Yeah, he's got Hank Hill butt.
I mean, shit, dude. They're wrong. That's a guy.
That's a guy.
That's an animatronic.
You're a truther.
It looks not as convincing as the Planet of the Apes mocap.
Right, I believe it more than the moon landing or whatever.
If you told me that was a deepfake video, I'd be like, wow, they're really close.
Yeah, they're kidding me.
AI generated.
There's a lot
really
of
close.
elements of this that don't look like a real video.
Also,
yeah.
what's with how old is this?
I don't
This
know.
footage goes VHS.
Yeah. It's like security footage, so I understand usually when that's like lower quality.
Yeah, which explain to the audio listeners, it's just a bear standing. He looks thrilled. He's like really happy. And he's also he's in swiping range.
Yeah, you should back up from that bear.
I don't know if can bears jump?
I know, because if it's on its hind legs, I'm like, what's stopping it from leaping?
Especially that far away shot truly looks like a guy fella. It truly looks like just some fucking dude.
I love that this is on the subreddit r/damn that's interesting, because it's such a Reddit title for subreddit.
And it's such a Reddit post.
Yeah.
By the way.
Damn, that's interesting.
Ooh, methinks that gets an upvote for me, good sir.
Gold to you, sir.
I tip my top hat to this post. Do you remember this win? No, not this wins the internet.
When's the internet today?
This wins the internet today, and also, for the win, of course.
FTW.
Yeah. This
is made of win.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah, made of win. Katie did not know that one.
Made of win, dude.
She's, 3 years younger than me? No idea of made of win.
That's awesome.
What happened? She's just cosplaying as like old school internet person. She doesn't fucking.
She doesn't freaking
We're in
know.
the trenches. We fought so she could thrive.
Yeah, I was talking about Nun Pizza Left Beef earlier. I'm not even going to explain that. That's just for my old heads.
For the boys.
That is for the old boys.
I didn't know what it was, but I would love to be. Would you guys like me?
I was there,
Still.
dude. I was eating it.
I'm hungry for beef.
I'm hungry for beef.
Oh, dude. I think my time of pizza might be coming to a close.
Me too.
It is a 48-hour hangover from having
The
any
last time
pizza.
I had pizza, was when I got norovirus and food poisoning. And so now I have connected one of my favorite things, which is pizza, with like one of the worst ways I've ever felt in my life.
Nice.
And so I've just been like, this is an opportunity to take a break, I think, from pizza.
A little thing I'm a little proud of. I've been feeling very depressed and so for a variety of reasons, and I wanted to try and do things. If I'm only going to stay in my house, what are little things I can do that feel like progress?
Right, like go in the metaverse.
I have 8 months left on my current visa.
Right.
I know it's probably extendable, but there's just like little anxiety pieces, and I'm like, so much of this year has gone by with so few. There's like a lot of stuff that I haven't improved.
Yeah.
Food is the biggie.
Yeah.
I think that's the source of my fatigue primarily, and I took a friend Briggan's advice, who, if you look at a really old episode of Sad Boys, we're all sat in a hotel, we're doing an app. It's maybe the second video episode
Episode
ever.
25.
We are
27.
I would say Briggan is the skinniest of the three of us.
Mm-hmm.
He's now jacked.
He's very jacked.
Like celebrity jacked. He looks
is.
really fucking good.
Yeah.
And he did
Looks
it.
like a Guardian of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he looked straight Will Poulter code at this point. But his whole diet part of that was just George Foreman grill, little panini press,
Yeah.
grilled chicken in there with some seasoning, a little bit of asparagus, broccoli, etc. Tamp him down,
Yeah.
5 to 10 minutes, one piece at a time. Dinner.
Nice.
My ass? Yeah.
Oh, you did it?
Oh, my ass? Yeah.
Let's go.
Speaking of my ass, pizza fucked it up. This did not. Felt okay.
My ass Much like a bear. Much like a Chinese sun bear.
My 2-dimensional ass.
Yeah, I actually have a similar update, which is that I've been on my healthy boy mode.
You got a special thing.
I did get a special thing. I got a thing to tell me whether or not my body's burning fat or carbs.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. But then I also haven't had soda for a month. That's huge.
Oh yeah.
I've been a big LaCroix boy. And then I've also just been lowering my carbs. Turns out eating a lot of carbs all the time, not the best for your like energy.
It's more glucose.
It's just
Big
like
drop.
all this extra stuff that it's like, what are you preparing for?
Yeah.
It's like bro thinks he's on the team, but it's like I'm about to like run a marathon or something. Like you do not need this much pasta.
Going to be Goggins, mon frere.
Yeah, but
David Goggins is so fucking annoying, by the way.
yeah, he sucks.
You know, he ran until his legs broke. Why?
Okay. Yeah, why'd he do that?
Don't.
That's like Dan Bilzerian being like, I finished Navy SEAL training and broke both my legs. It's like, you're a liar and who cares?
That's whack.
I told my superior officer he was a little bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay,
It's like
don't
when
do
a
that.
musician's like, I actually am going to die 20 years younger because I put so much in this album.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not skill. That's bad organization.
Yeah.
That's just having like no self-control.
Yeah.
That's being
It's
addicted to
indulgent.
running.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did a bunch of crack. And I wasn't scared to keep
And I
doing
wasn't
it.
even scared to do it. But yeah, I've also been eating healthier. So I'm
What's your go-to?
eating a ton of salad. Eating a ton of the Starbucks egg bites.
Not sponsored.
Because I don't like them, but they are tolerable and low carb and a good source of fat and protein. Eating a ton of poke.
Oh, very nice.
Eating a ton of burrito bowls at Chipotle that have brown rice in them, but that's my treat.
Just make your own poke.
Haven't done that yet.
Very impressive to me. I don't have the.
I don't have
competence to do that.
the knife skills.
I'd be scared of the fish.
Yeah,
What
they
if I
fight
fuck
back.
it up?
Yeah,
What's Phil Bones? I have to
Yeah,
go
I mean-
catch that damn thing.
yeah, I cannot do that. But
am I,
I've
a
been
black
wasting
bear?
a lot of money on food, but it's been good for my diet balance and stuff. And I've been working out. I've been doing walking. I've been doing running. I've started going to boxing once a week just for exercise. So I did that yesterday. Oh, that reminds me, I need to Venmo my trainer. You know what's maybe the best thing is that like part of the rewarding aspect of boxing is that I did not like the first time I threw a hook, like when I was training, I like hurt my back because I like didn't do the motion right. And like now I have the muscle memory to do it. And I couldn't explain, like it literally just took like 1,000 reps or whatever to be able to like do it. And now I can do it. And I like feel like I'd be wasting that to not
Right,
like,
yeah.
you know, keep doing it. It's like a skill. And it's like, I'm not really going to do it for anything unless I end up doing like something like chess boxing, but I don't have another creator clash in me. Too much training.
Too much punching.
Too much punching.
Relax.
Not enough munching, frankly.
No monster munch.
Yeah,
I'll
no
say it.
monster munch for me.
It's so frustrating how exercise just makes you feel fine.
Yeah.
I
It's
finally got
starting
my
to piss me off.
I got my bike fixed.
Yeah.
Beautiful sun out. Riding my bike most days to go and just grab a coffee or something.
Yeah.
Uphill, get my legs moving.
Yeah.
I just feel better from it. And I wish it was more complicated. I wish
I
it wasn't
know,
like eat
dude.
well, socialize, and exercise.
know. Every
And
time,
meanwhile, I'm getting on a phone call with my psych, and I'm like, something's magically wrong. The medication changed. They made it different.
they made it different.
It's got soy in it now.
I got a Apple Watch, and like if I close my exercise ring, I feel like a god. And you don't have to do that much exercise to close your exercise ring.
What's the?
It's like 30 minutes of exercise a day.
Oh, like a tracker ring.
Yeah,
type
there's
thing?
like a little let's see if I just you have like
Oh.
it's like your standing hour. I'm sorry, I'm getting a notification. It's like your standing hours, your calories burned, and your exercise. And so it's like you just need to stand for 1 minute every like for 8 hours. in
Not
a
sponsored,
day.
we should say.
Yeah, not sponsored. Though I mean, hey,
Please.
we're available.
Any and all of them, as we
Sponsors.
mentioned, LaCroix, any of the Scrub Parents related products.
Mm-hmm.
Phil's Coffee, of course, is right there. We just bleep all of these.
Yeah, bleep coffee, bleep daddy.
Just Phil's.
Yeah.
Phil's.
Feels beepy. What is the cop slide incident?
What could be the story?
What happened?
That's where they're made. That's out of the factory.
Yeah, it's like the Boss Baby intro, but it's
You go into business or murdering dogs. You say Boston? Yeah. You think the police academy's at the top? How does he do that? I mean, respect.
and he got up quick, so it was like
It's a cop sliding down a what would you like a tunnel slide?
it is a pretty intense slide for a playground. What is happening here?
He's in a Family Guy death pose.
Yeah.
He slides backwards on the top of his head when he comes out of the tube.
Is there a story for this? His handcuffs are on the ground.
The only thing funnier than him dropping that is his shoes flying off. That would be the perfect thing.
It's actually rude as hell that the Boston 25 News has a screen cap of
Major wipeout.
oh my god, dude, that's parody, dude. There's what is the news these days?
The mayor talked about it?
Hold on. The department says the officer was hurt, used his personal insurance for care, and did not charge the city.
Why?
BPD says the officer did not miss any time and he's not facing any disciplinary action. That was not my concern at all.
He's not being disciplined for being bad at slides?
What? Everything has a chance to be viral these days, said Mayor Wu.
Everything has a chance to be viral these days.
I feel like we're not talking about the right stuff here.
What the fuck?
Also, I do love they showed a kid successfully going down the slide and not having a single issue.
Sorry, did nothing happen in Boston
This
for a
should not
while?
be on the news. What are you talking
crazy.
about?
Boston police
Why is
officer.
it playing it? Why is it?
Major wipeout.
What is happening to the news?
This rocks. You're playing it again.
What is going on? Wait, I do want to see the kid do it. Yeah, wait, go back.
Yeah, all good. That's the kid he was
That's awesome.
chasing.
I'm going to do it again.
Well, what
did
is
he do?
he
He oiled
has
himself
to-
up beforehand.
You would have to start backwards because there's not enough
How
space
did
to
he
spin
rotate
around. Return to his home planet. This actually has the same energy as the guy choking on boba.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, here's the thing. Is it okay to laugh at somebody getting hurt?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, the guy's okay. And, I mean, there's so much violence that the police do. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
yeah, whatever.
It's funny. He's cool.
Uh,
Maybe a damn criminal spun him around.
Yeah. And he shot the slide.
The slide out of candy bar.
He pulls out his gun right after he shoots out of it.
Yeah, just his instincts kick in.
Yeah. That's why his handcuffs
Stop
flew out. Oh,
Calls
God.
300 cops for backup.
Oh my god. They all roll out. Oh my god, turn it into fucking a cheese shredder.
The most severe cop injury outside of COVID.
Yeah.
It's just that.
Yeah, that's what they mean when they say being a cop is a dangerous job. You might fly out of the slide.
The mayor talked about it.
Why did there's so many things like why did the mayor talk about it?
She went there too.
Why did she go to ground zero, dude? She went to the
on
scene of the
site.
crime.
Oh, that's awesome.
Surprised they didn't interview the slide.
Oh, I wonder what the death rate is on slides. Not zero.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's like this, speedballing down it.
Yeah, how did he do? What did he do?
He's a
It looks like they shot him out of a gun.
The ultimate irony. Maybe he was being fired at a criminal.
Yeah. It kind of does look like one of those action park slides where it's like dangerous. But I'm like, they showed a kid going down it, so they clearly didn't close the slide. I'm just like, how did he get into that situation?
Well, that's also the that was like the exact setup for a Final Destination death. Like you get somebody drops like an ice cream and he slips on it, turns around, and his head spins 360 degrees.
Yeah. Jumping back in. Is there anything else we should get to before we wrap up? Do you want to do your TV show mini quiz?
Yeah, my TV show mini quiz.
All right, Jordan has a.
Play the theme.
You want to set it up?
But this is welcome to the It's Jeopardy. Levels are good, but not any
Jeopardy
of the
levels
rules.
are good.
None of the rules though.
Not the rules of Jeopardy. Okay?
Actually, let's make it the answer has to have what's going
the
on
form
or
of a
whatever
question,
he says.
yeah.
Huh?
All right, I'll answer the form of a question.
Yeah. What if the answer was just like the planet Earth? You just it has to be a question.
What is
you
the
don't have to
planet
frame it.
like the aliens? That's what they say.
Huh?
Because we found aliens, by the way,
Yeah,
since
that's
the
right.
last
It
Sad Boys.
just happens to exclusively be from whistleblowers that nobody wants to punish, just by the fact that typically they throw whistleblowers in a biomechanic machine.
They throw them in the slide. They throw them in the Boston playground.
Yeah, that
slide.
guy was a snitch.
Yeah.
I made a little game. Yes, I did. Yes, indeed. Where it's kind of motivated by a impromptu segment we had a half dozen episodes ago,
Okay.
where we looked at network TV shows.
Right. Yes, we
And
did.
we were surprised by the dog shit titles. And
Yeah.
So I've collected 3 sets of similar network TV show titles. Most of these are still on the air, some are not.
Okay.
And I want you to guess which ones are fake.
Okay, great.
In the first one, the first block, there is 1 fake. In the second block, 2 fakes. Third block, 2 fakes.
Okay.
So this time, just 1 fake.
Okay.
Special Ops.
All right.
Rescue Special Ops.
Is that Rescue Colon?
No. This one, this one is special. No, wait. This one also is not for some reason. Special Ops Mission. Special Ops : Online. Special Ops : Lioness.
What?
And finally, Special Ops : Crime Squad UK.
If Lioness is real, what?
Okay, walk me through it. What? So Special Ops.
Special Ops. So first off, gun to my head, I would say all of them are fake.
Yeah, come on, man.
But
Just SEO wise, I feel like I can't.
enough
Special
of it.
Ops.
There's so many that some of them have to be real.
If I forget Lioness, I'm never gonna find the damn thing.
Lioness is such a strange out there word, but I also don't think you would make it up because how would you possibly think of lioness?
Does that come up a lot?
And
I'm mainly focused on bears.
The
that stand
original,
up.
I do think it would be funny if there's no original Special Ops. They just come out of the gate with Special Ops UK edition or whatever.
Rescue Special Ops. So yeah, Special Ops, Rescue Special Ops Mission, Special Ops Online, Special Ops
Special
Lioness,
Ops Online is fucking
Special
hilarious.
Ops Crime Squad UK.
Special Ops Online?
You've got mail.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
You shot.
Yeah, you shot males.
You shot Slide.
I'm gonna go with Special Ops Online. Is the
Correct.
thing. Yes.
Nice.
Yes!
Which means Lioness is real.
I just.
And so is Rescue Special Ops and Special Ops Mission. No colons to be found.
That is crazy. I think the only reason I didn't put Lioness is because it's so out there that I feel like it would be impossible to make it up.
I know. I wish I had that kind of power.
Yeah. What do you... Zoe Saldana? What?
It's like a real show on like a network on Paramount Plus, if you can believe it. This year.
Nicole Kidman, Morgan Freeman,
Wait, what the fuck?
Special Ops Lioness.
Dave Anna. I don't know who that is.
There's 3 episodes.
Whoa.
This is crazy.
57 on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. Yeah. It's
J-
made by Taylor Sheridan. That's the guy that he directed Hell or High Water, which people loved. But he's the guy that makes all the shows called like 1866. Yellowstone is a show of his.
Oh.
Every year a new show comes out where a guy is open carry and says stuff like, "These days no genders is going to get on my farm," or whatever. Just makes 15 of those shows a year.
That's crazy.
Also, look at a photo. I want you to
Wait,
imagine.
can I read the series info
yeah,
real quick?
please.
Jo attempts to balance her personal and professional life as the tip of the CIA's spear in the War on Terror. Oh, the famous War on Terror that
big
was
main
extremely
one.
successful. The Lioness program enlists crews to operate undercover alongside Jo among the power brokers of state terrorism.
Wait, is this Girl Boss CIA?
I guess.
Is that the pitch?
It's what's that one that John Krasinski was in?
Oh, the Jack Ryan.
Jack Ryan. Yeah, it's like Joe Ryan.
Tom Clancy's Phil Lord.
Tom Clancy's Lioness. Too much war content, America.
Well, let me tell you, are you in the mood for some Chicago content?
Okay.
Chi-town.
I'm aware of Chicago as a place. I'm also aware that there are Chicago shows, as I like to call them. All right, yeah, hit me. There's two fakes in this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
One I did not include, but could not stop being tempted, was just a show called Chicago Deep Dish.
Is that a real show?
No.
Oh, I was going to lose it.
Too easy.
Chicago : deep dish. The deepest dish is the crime syndicates in Chicago.
The deep state, the deep dish.
The deep state dish.
Okay, we have the Chicago Code.
Okay.
Like Da Vinci, I guess. Chicago Knights. Chicago PD. Chicago Med. Chicago Justice.
It's like telling a story.
Went to the cops and then hospital.
Yeah. And then justice.
To get
You
justice.
sued.
Chicago Party Ant.
One more time?
Chicago Party Ant or Aunt.
Okay. That is weird.
Chicago A Cop Story.
Interesting.
The Chicago Code. Chicago. Leave your guesses in the comments, of course.
Yeah.
The Chicago Code. Chicago Knights. Chicago PD. Chicago Med. Chicago Justice. Chicago Party Ant. Chicago A Cop Story.
So, Chicago Party Ant is
there's
another...
two in this one, I should say.
Huh?
In this one, there's two fakes this time.
Right. So I'm just saying, like, Chicago Party Ant is like a lioness where I'm like, what is that even? Like, how did you come to those words?
I was saying Atlanta.
Chicago Nights, just because of Sad Boys Nights, our Patreon exclusive podcast that'll be happening directly after this episode of Sad Boys, is that's on my list, I'm thinking. And then the other one, there's no Chicago online. So
Chicago Deep Dish.
Chicago Med, Chicago Justice. Okay, my other pick is the Chicago. Was it a Chicago A Cop Story?
A Cop Story.
Yeah. Okay, my picks are Chicago A Cop Story and Chicago Nights.
You sure?
Yeah.
Would you like to go orange, as they say on the UK version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
What does that mean?
Because the little multiple choice turns orange when it's confirmed.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to go orange?
Yeah, I'm down to go orange on this.
You are completely correct.
No way!
Yeah.
Wow.
Chicago Party Ant is a real show, by the way.
What, can we look that one up, Jacob?
It's a Netflix show, so we can watch it.
Chicago? Diane, aka the Chicago Party Ant, is always the life of the party as she helps neighbors and stays true to her mantras.
Oh man, the rating's worse than Yellowbone, whatever the show
Wait a
was
second.
called.
Program creator's John Barinholtz, like Ike
Oh my
Barinholtz's
god,
brother.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like him. Wow, he looks too much like him. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. What?
Let's have a look at his kids. Yeah, Jamie, pull up his children.
Yeah, Jamie. Pull up his family tree.
Young Jamie, let's get up a conspiracy theory that I'm going to spread to my large audience.
Pull up his lioness, Jamie.
All right, final set.
Okay, here
this
we go.
one less. I've taken away the naming theme.
Okay.
These ones are more broad strokes.
Okay.
But just some of the funny ones I saw and enjoyed.
Okay.
There's two fake ones again.
Okay.
Plain sight.
Plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, as in like,
P-L-A-I-N.
yeah, I saw it in plain sight.
Yeah. Though plain sight, like a pilot.
Yeah,
really
I feel like
clever.
that would be clever.
Plain sight. Criminal Minds : Suspect Behavior.
I do know of Criminal Minds. I don't know about that.
Sus Among Us. Make sure to like the
Yeah,
video.
Suspect
Among Us.
Behavior,
Freddy Fazbear.
Criminal Minds: Among Us.
Five Nights Freddy.
Amungo.
Prime Suspect USA. No Time All Crime.
No way.
The Closer. Baywatch Nights. Baywatch Surf Police.
What?
Baywatch Forbidden Paradise. You see why I included this?
you say? Forbidden Surf Police? No.
Baywatch Surf Police and Baywatch Forbidden Paradise.
Oh, Baywatch Forbidden Surf Police.
Yeah, and Baywatch Nights.
Is maybe the most incredible collection of words. Okay. Baywatch Surf Police. And then Baywatch Forbidden Jutsu? Oh, okay. Yeah, Forbidden...
Yeah. Horny
Paradise.
Jutsu.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah, Baywatch Shadow Clone.
Okay. The closer seems real enough. Plain Sight doesn't look like the name of a show, but whatever. Prime Suspect USA feels... All of these feel like they could be something. I feel like there's something in the Baywatches.
It's in the water.
Is it insane to pick another Nights? Baywatch Nights.
Who's to say? I don't know.
Who's to say?
It's all jazz, baby.
I'm gonna pick. Okay, one of mine is gonna be Baywatch Nights. Another one, just because it feels like something Jordan would say, is No Time for Crime. So those are my two picks.
It's No Time All Crime.
No Time All Crime. Yeah, I'll pick that one.
And Jacob, make sure to put the comma in there.
Yeah.
Because I made it up. Yes, you're correct with No Time All Crime.
Okay.
What was the other guess?
Baywatch Nights.
Just go orange.
Yeah, I want to go orange.
Wrong.
No.
You want a second guess? We have Plain Sight's Criminal Mind Suspect
Okay,
Behavior.
can I go with Surf Police?
Correct. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say you get one mulligan of all of those choices.
Surf Police feels real. It felt realer than Nights.
It's weird that Forbidden Paradise is
Yes.
not an issue at all.
Surf Police is awesome.
Also, Criminal Mind Suspect Behavior.
Yeah.
I get it's like a homonym, right?
In
Suspect
my brain, you could put anything behind the Criminal Minds : and I feel like they would have made the show.
Prime Suspect USA is fun. The Closer stars Kira Sedgwick, who was on a show I was a producer on a handful of years ago, a Kevin Bacon audio fiction podcast. And she was lovely. Kevin Bacon, also very nice, really into recycling.
All right. That reminds me, I was watching They Clone Tyrone, and I'm not going to explain the context, but there's a moment in the movie where I'm watching it, and then there's a character that shows up, and I go, is that Kiefer Sutherland? And it was.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's weird that Kiefer Sutherland isn't in all those like Yellowstone type shows, right?
He should be a lock. Maybe he's like done.
That's it. According to sources, he's kind of a lib. I don't think he's maybe not conservative enough to do that.
Maybe he reformed after doing so much agitated propaganda in 24. I rewatched the first episode of 24 kind of recently, and I was like, holy shit.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like the torture is cool show.
And then also like, oh, look, I know we're not supposed to. There's so many conversations in the first couple seasons of that show where they go like, yeah, we shouldn't profile, but we're right.
Yeah.
Like they do that.
Look, I don't want to do the torture, but it works. It's famously good at what it is, and lie detectors are real too. You know, like they're everything.
Look what he's wearing. Obviously, I have to check him.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a part of the crime syndicate.
One of those guys. Yeah, 24 is so weird. I was so into it in college.
No, me too.
And then something in my brain, I guess when I got older, clicked, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of like a Jason Bourne style, or actually more accurately like a Jack Ryan, where hey, you might not like the CIA, but did you know that you can wear shorts in Oakleys just like the rest of us? We're just normal guys.
In 24's defense, which it doesn't need, it did come out like September 12th, 2001 or something. It came out like right on the heels of that. Sort of, America was in a different place when 24 premiered.
And it had to escalate to like immediately bioweapons, because I'm sure if you made it in like 2000, it'd be like, yeah, like they blow up a building or something.
Yeah.
But then that happened. You're like, oh, fuck, they blow up the city.
24 premiered. So it takes a while to make a show. 24 premiered November 6th, 2001.
What?
Yeah, it is like...
Oh shit!
It is like in the thick of it. So I
They're
understand.
so lucky it didn't come out before, because everyone would be like, it was because of 24. 24 told them to do it.
There was that show that came out before 9/11 that had a plane hijacking or whatever, and they like pulled the show after 9/11 happened.
There's that trailer from the first Spider-Man movie where he puts a big web between the towers.
Really? There's a
The first trailer came out in 2000.
there is a cut scene from Lilo and Stitch where they experience a plane crash. They're like trying to prevent a plane from crashing on the island, and because of the timing of everything, they took it out of the movie. But it's still like around. It's not even lost media. I think it's out there.
Lord, dude. That's so unfair.
Yeah.
I'll limit my jokes about 9/11.
Well, that sounds like a nice full episode of Sad Boys.
That's enough.
It's a good one. I think we're going to now move on to watching some of my deleted, because it's too horrible to show on YouTube, scenes from the Metaverse video that I just put on my main channel. Check it out if you haven't. We end every episode of Sad Boys with a particular phrase.
We love you.
And we're sorry.
Boom.
Welcome to ZomboCom. This is ZomboCom. Welcome. You can do anything at ZomboCom. Anything at all. The only limit is yourself.
Whoa.
Welcome to ZomboCom.
Gucci girl, how you doing? How you moving, girl? Moving, girl. How's your day looking? That future girl, yeah, we on now. Take my money, go away, all you want it.
Girl, too rich for me.